Good morning, my beautiful people. Today is Friday morning, getting ready for the weekend. I just hit a couple tennis balls against the wall out here in Westwood and taking a nice little stroll back to the apartment. So today I want to talk about something that comes up, has actually been coming up for me quite frequently, especially the last couple of years. And that's kind of trusting. Trust is definitely a big part of it, but trusting in the fact that the universe knows what it's doing, that there's higher powers at play, everything that's happening and that we're attracting to us is happening for a reason and is, at the end of the day, initiated by us ourselves, and we are attracting that by ourselves as well. Or maybe even collectively in groups that we're in or families that we're in. By the way, that the universe is almighty, all-knowing, connected, and things that are happening to us, not really happening to us, they're happening for us. And letting go and trusting that. That's been a big one for me. I remember growing up, every time things would start to go quote unquote good for me, where I wouldn't be in trouble for a while, where I'd make it to school every day, I'd make it to practice every day, things were going well. In the back of my mind, and consciously and almost out loud, I would come to this place where I'd feel like or know or vibrate at the resonancy of something bad is going to happen. The wall's about to fall down. The shit's about to hit the fan. Everything's going south soon. And inevitably, every single time back then, something would happen. And it kind of reaffirmed that thought process for me that I wasn't really conscious of thinking that, hey, I might be actually attracting this stuff by thinking about it so much, by thinking so negatively about it, by really being in that frequency of vibration right there of, something bad needs to come to me. And that's not to say that present day speaking, when I don't really have as much of that self-talk that's kind of negative or not serving to me anyway, the bad stuff still doesn't happen. It still does, obviously. But I've realized now that a lot of those quote-unquote bad things that I think happen to me, and it's so hard to say when you're in the midst of something struggling or a breakup or addiction or whatever, but all this that's happening to me is happening for me. And there is definitely a big picture, at play of why every single situation, word, person, feeling, emotion, weather even, everything turns up and out the way it does for me in my life. And when you can really, it takes a lot of humility and it takes a lot of control of like your emotions and not just wanting to be angry. Because my first reaction is being angry about it. I can't believe this victim, poor pity me, what the fuck is going on? But when you can slow down and really observe what the situation is, what's happening, what's going on, how you're feeling about it, what it's, awakening within you, you get to a point where you can see, you know what, no matter how crazy or bad this looks, to anyone else or to myself, there's some valuable lessons and there's definitely a larger picture and a big reason behind why it's happening. And hard pill to swallow for me as well. I've slowly came closer and closer to actually embodying that more and more, and I still step backwards at times. But the kind of caveat, but the place where people mess up is sometimes, I think myself included, and people I know as well, is not wanting to apply that principle to all areas. A lot of times, especially in this new age world of gurus and coaching and Bitcoin and everything new's happening that, people are doctors about, COVID doctors and things like that. People want to just apply this stuff to certain areas and not so much in other areas, or basically not so much when it doesn't serve them or feel good. The stuff we're talking about, and especially going into wellness and healing and getting to a different place in your life, these are universal truths. Perspective applied by one person may shift the way it looks a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, these are universal truths, in my opinion anyway, and I don't even know if it's possible to have opinion about a universal truth. I believe it is, and it is definitely, and I knock no one in any religion or any kind of belief system that says, no, this is not all happening for me. This is bad, this is good, however they want to label it. It's totally fine. But it does definitely irk me a bit when I see people, saying, "Hey, you're attracting this to you. This is attracted to you. It's what you made. Like, how do we make it better?" And then, within their same personal life or business or anything, even, they don't want to admit that, they're as well attracting that stuff. And I mean, I can go on this for so many people admit, myself included in certain areas. I have to kind of swallow my ego and my pride and just kind of say, "Hey, man, like, you brought this to yourself. There's no one else responsible or even involved in it." But I think the more we can do that as humans, men, women, anybody, children even, we start to develop like a sense of gratitude and humility beyond like ourselves for how powerful and knowledgeable like the universe actually is and how much amazing stuff can happen. Right now, I was playing tennis, and stuff happens to you every single day. If you slow down and notice it and you become consciously aware of it, you'll see how much stuff is working for you. I was just playing tennis, and I was like getting tired. I was like, I don't play playing too much longer, and I was like, if the next ball goes over the wall and out of the fence, I'm just gonna go ahead and, take it in. And 3 times it happened where I hit the ball over, and I was like, ah, shit, all right, time to start turning around and go inside. And somehow there was something on the roof over the wall, other side of the wall, that made the ball bounce back to me. And I was like, huh, cool. I'm supposed to be right here doing what I'm doing, playing tennis still right now. So I just stayed. And that might be a really small thing, but it made me smile, it made me happy. I was like, oh, I am being guided. My guidance system is in order. I believe I heard this from Abraham Hicks. Now, it's going to be a short one this morning. I'll leave y'all with this. Abraham touched on something about being happy. What is being happy? She said that moment when you're about to walk down the staircase and the hem of your jeans are caught in your shoes and you're about to fall head first into the ground, However, your hand naturally grasps the railing and stabilizes yourself because even though it knows you're going to fall, it knows that there's a bigger picture, it knows that you need this, and you automatically do it. Very, very small thing. Some people almost might even call it just an involuntary reaction, just automatic. I call those things now things that the universe and the higher powered energies know that we need. So they give it to us continuously, constantly, every single day. And becoming aware of those small, small things really will put a smile on your face and be like, wow, man, I'm grateful. This is such a bigger picture and plan than just me, myself. And yet I am the biggest, picture in this plan, equally as well as everybody else is. So, sorry, little kid waving at me on his little mommy's toy driving by. Anyway, I just want to leave you guys with that today. It was definitely on my mind this morning. I wanted to get it out there and talk. Yo, everybody out there tuning in, I really, really wish you all the best. Big blessings, big hugs. If you're going through something in life right now, I encourage you to write about it, talk about it, reach out to me about it. Maybe send me an email or a text or call me and let me know something you'd want to talk about on the podcast or possibly with me. As humans, we all have stories and we all have experiences, and the collective sharing and understanding of all those together, I believe, can not only unite us, but transcend us to different states of being and different states of everything from technology to finance to socioeconomics to love, between, all people. So stuff is really important. Big props to anybody out there doing podcasts and spreading the light as well. If you have time, go like and subscribe my podcast, follow along and add some of your 2 cents in as well so we can discuss things together. If all else fails, you want to buy me a coffee. I love my morning coffee, so hit the button below and grab me a coffee. One rule, if you're in LA, you better not buy me a digital coffee. You better come have a coffee with me somewhere in Marina or Westside. All right, guys, I'm walking back in. Love, peace, light, and blessings to you all, and catch you on the next one.